Have you ever heard of the Capri Sun Challenge? Let's talk about that. When I was in college, there was something called the Capri Sun Challenge. And a couple of my friends went to a park, we bought a ton of Capri Sun, and basically the idea behind the Capri Sun Challenge was that you would take 15 Capri Suns and drink them in 15 minutes. And that sounds really easy. Probably right now in your room or wherever you are, you're thinking, what's the challenge? Like you're drinking Capri Sun. Like you just have to drink them really quickly, like it's one a minute. That's not bad. And in theory, it's not. I can drink a Capri Sun in like 10 seconds, right? They're not that big. But I got like 7 Capri Suns in, and I realized very quickly, I cannot do this. This is way too much for me to drink like all at once. And I've only ever in my life seen 2 people that actually could complete the Capri Sun Challenge. And I asked one of those guys recently, I'm like, how did you feel when you drank 15 Capri Suns? And he was like, I felt terrible. It was awful. And I gave up because I felt terrible. And I kind of want to use that, that story as a little bit of an analogy for our lives sometimes. Because right now we are in a time where school has just started, and maybe you have other things going on in your life on top of school that you are already trying to balance, like what life looks like with all these restrictions, or maybe with wearing masks, or maybe what life looks like not being able to see your friends, or what life looks like being at home all the time. And all of these things we are balancing in our lives, and we're trying to make sense of it. We're trying to figure out what our lives look like during all of this chaos. And the question that I ask myself, and maybe you ask yourself, is how do I have peace? How do I have calmness during all of this chaos? And so today I want to read you a verse out of Philippians 4:8, that I believe talks a little bit about this. And it says this: "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true, what is honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise." You know, I think it's really interesting how Paul starts this phrase, this verse off by saying, "Now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your eyes on what is true." Fix your eyes, your thoughts, on what is true. Sometimes in our lives we have this unrest and we have this sense of chaos, something that feels like it's the opposite of peace. And a lot of times these thoughts can invade our minds, and these thoughts come from different places. If Paul is telling us to fix our eyes on things that are true, he must know that a lot of the times we can fix our eyes, we can fix our thoughts on things that are not true. So some things I thought of that aren't true about you is maybe you're sitting here right now and you're on social media all day. They say the average teenager, the average high schooler or middle schooler spends about 7 hours a day on their phone. And that means you are taking in a lot. That's a lot of time to be on your phone. And maybe you're taking in Snapchat and you're talking with friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're taking in Instagram and you're sending pictures to friends and liking other people's pictures and kind of learning what they're doing in their lives. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe it's TikTok. Maybe you're on TikTok and learning what's going on there and laughing at videos. There's a lot of funny stuff on TikTok. I'll be the first to admit that. And each of those things in and of themselves are not wrong, but it can cause us to fix our thoughts on things that aren't true. Maybe you've thought before, I wish I was funnier. Maybe you've thought before, I wish I was smarter. I wish I was stronger. I wish I was better looking. I wish I had more hair. I wish I had less hair. I wish I was taller. I wish I was shorter. And all that does is cause us to want to be someone different and think that we need to be someone different in order to have affirmation, in order to have friends, in order to have that social circle. Whatever it is in your life, a lot of times what we can do is fix our eyes on things that are not true about ourselves. And when we fix our thoughts on things that aren't true about ourselves, and we leave no room for things that are true. It's just like the Capri Suns. A Capri Sun is not bad. It's good. But 15 in 15 minutes, that's bad. It's not good for you. Social media, it's not bad. It can be a good thing. But when it replaces things that are true, when instead of thinking, I am loved, I am cherished, I was made in God's image. God has a purpose for my life. God has a plan for me. I don't have to try to be anyone. I don't have to try to be anything. All I have to do is love God and try to be more like Jesus. That's what is true. Not what other people think about you. Not what social media says you should be. What's true is who God says you are. And so my challenge for you first this week, and we're going to continue this next week, my challenge for you is this: fix your thoughts on things that are true. And read God's Word and learn what God says about you, because that's what's true. And when you start putting thoughts that are true inside your head more than those thoughts that are untrue, you'll get that sense of peace. And you'll know who you are and whose you are. And if you want to talk more about this, I would love to talk with you more about how to think thoughts that are true and what are true thoughts that we should think. And so if you want to talk more about this, I would love for you to reach out. You can talk to me, Ryan Barrick, John L., any one of your leaders here at Crossroads, because we are here for you, we love you, and we want to walk through life with you. So with that being said, I'll leave you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon.